In 17th century, permanent gases helped a lot to scientists in conquesting absolute zero. Then people didn't believe the liquefaction of gases, but Michael Faraday tried a lot to prove the possibility of liquid phase for permanent gases. And he also succeeded in liquefying almost all gases which were exist by 1845 except 6 permanent gases. They were oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon monoxide, methane, nitrous oxide. Even though he failed in liquefying permanent gases, he became inspiration to so many scientists at the time. So that many scientists had started experiments on liquefying air. Yes, from then the conquest of absolute zero had started. But it took nearly 32 years from then to see first droplets of air. That is, in 1877, Louis Cailletet in France and Roald Pictet in Switzerland achieved this feat. And they found that oxygen liquefies at minus 183 degrees Celsius and nitrogen liquefies at minus 196 degrees Celsius. Thereby, they achieved a remarkable temperature of minus 196 degrees Celsius. Again, this success also inspired so many scientists across the world, and they started running behind liquefaction of hydrogen. James Dewar, a Scottish chemist, succeeded in 1898. He found the boiling point of hydrogen to be at minus 253 degrees Celsius. In the same year, Dewar succeeded in freezing hydrogen also. The conquest of absolute zero began with liquefying oxygen and ends with liquefying helium gas. So that in 1908, the Dutch physicist Huig Kermeling-Wonnes finally succeeded in liquefying helium at a temperature of minus 269 degrees Celsius, and it is also extremely close to absolute zero temperature. Till today, no one has reached to absolute zero temperature, that is minus 273.15 degrees Celsius on Earth. But in 2003, Massachusetts Institute of Technology achieved a record-breaking temperature of 0.45 nanokelvin. That is the lowest temperature achieved so far on the Earth.